Fortnite is everywhere. It's on trading cards at Walgreens at this time. Anyway, as I want to stay on topic here, you know how much I love these figures. These 7-inch action figures are so amazing, from the paint application to the articulation, which is superior to anything that I've seen from McFarlane in a very long time. You can even say the quality is so much better than it's been for the last decade, as I mentioned. And you do get quite a bit of accessories, and the presentation of the figure itself looks pretty good, on par with its actual video game counterpart. You also get a stand with each figure. Yeah, these are some really nice figures to collect, and I don't think that anything else can actually top it. Until now. So coming right out of the gate with a few other reviewers, here is the Fortnite 6-inch action figure series, also known as the Legendary series, as it says right there, from Jazwares. So here is a figure that is also on the schedule to be released very shortly from McFarlane Toys 7-inch figures, but I think that 6-inch is the perfect scale, because you can get away with a lot, from detail to articulation to accessories, and for a very lovely price at $20. Anyway, let's get to it now. So here's Wildcard, our very first figure out of this 6-inch line that consists of 6 figures in the very first series, when compared to McFarlane Toys, which only had 4. There's already a positive with this. So here we go, taking a look at the packaging up close in your face, and here we have Wildcard with Fortnite Legendary series, ages 8 and plus, Epic Games, Wildcard, 8 pieces for Wildcard, 40 points of articulation. That is quite an achievement from Jazwares, not fooling. On the left side of the packaging, we've got Wildcard, Fortnite. On the right side of the packaging, it's the same thing. And take a look at the back of the packaging, we've got Fortnite, Wildcard, pick a card, any card. Up above that, on the left side, we have Epic Games. On the right side, we've got that scan icon for your iPhone, or whatever kind of phone you're using nowadays. I forget, there's way too many every year. Wildcard includes 1 figure, 6-inch, as they mentioned right there, and 7 accessories. Series 1 consists of Wildcard, the Visitor, Skull Trooper, Havoc, Rabbit Raider, and Enforcer, with more dropping in very soon. Oh, please let the next series consist of Dark Bomber. On the bottom of the packaging, we've got pretty much your licensing, location distribution, and Jazwares, and the barcode right there. Safety tested and sad onion face. Alright, that's gonna do it for the packaging, so let's go ahead and open this up now. Alright, so here's Wildcard out of the packaging, and let's take a look at the action figure here. Look at this guy. There's not much to say, is it? He's wearing a white suit with a black tie. He's got a nice mask here, which is pretty good. And then we've got some black gloves here with a little bit of some detail there. It's got some nice wrinkles to the suit as well. It's on par with the Lightning collection there. It's got some nice glossy black shoes. He's got a hole on his back just so you can apply his back bling. We'll get to that shortly. And this portion of the suit is actually a very soft rubber material, and it definitely does not get in the way of the articulation. As you can see, this figure does have a butterfly joint, and we'll go more into the articulation department in just a bit. And yes, it is so soft you can actually remove it. It takes a little doing here, but it is possible. It can be done. And now you can see the good range of movement that you can get out of that butterfly joint. So what do you say we go into articulation on the guy now? He does have a ball joint at the head, which can get a lot of movement, a complete 360 as well. And then he's got a hinge joint at the neck where he can look down that much and look up quite a bit. And as I said before, he does have a very lovely butterfly joint, which he does have some hinges at the shoulders to allow inward and outward movement. There's a bicep swivel cut. The figure sports double jointed elbows. There's a swivel cut at the wrist and a hinge joint for inward and outward movement as well. We do have some lovely finger articulation. The figure has a ball jointed upper torso and a swivel cut at the waist section. Wildcard also has some ball joints at the hips where you can get this much kicking forward and that much going back. And yes, you can pull off a complete JCVD split, so there's your seal quality, people. There's also a swivel cut at the thigh section, double jointed knees, and yes, it is awkward looking, but there is a swivel cut down below at the lower section of the leg. And the ankles are on ball joints as well, with a hinge joint for up and down movement. Not much because of the sculpting of the pants here, but you can also get a very nice ankle rocker pivot, which is so much better than the McFarlane Toys figures, I gotta be honest. But we're not done there. Oh no, this figure has 40 points of articulation, and that also includes toe articulation. Look at that. Nice. As for accessories, we have a very lovely harvesting tool here that is completely painted with a very nice black thick handle bit here with the very lovely dirty silver paint application to the metal piece of the crowbar. Now, if there's one thing that I was worried about, it's actually the finger articulation on these figures. It would probably loosen over time. I don't have to worry about that because these are actually super strong, and we are talking about a thing of the past here. He also has a lovely gun here with some nice silver with some black washing as well to dirty it up as it's been used in combat. And if you wanted to, the figure does have a trigger finger sculpted on as well. And you can get him to hold this no problem. Shake it all you want, it's not coming out. This is some very nice finger articulation. Next accessory that the figure comes with is a rocket launcher with some nice metallic green here for the rocket itself. Some nice handles painted in brown, some black here, and then we got some dirty bits on it as well. Jazwares spared to no expense when it comes to dirtying up the weapons. And then we got that angry looking shark face kinda here, which is actually printed on, not stickered. As you can see, he can hold the rocket launcher with no problems, even if his hands are completely splayed out all the way with the fingers. Look at that, shaking it all about. It doesn't have that much of a good grip on it, but as you can see, it is holding it in there pretty tight. It's not going anywhere. Next up, we have the back bling for the figure, and it is a very lovely suitcase in silver paint that's securely being gripped here by a handcuff, which is not removable and does not articulate. Alright, I'm just throwing that out there. And like all the back blings for any Fortnite action figure, if it comes with one, there's a peg right there and a hole right there on the back of the figure, which if you line up the suit piece with the actual back piece, you should be able to get it in there no problem. And to test the grip on it, as you can see, it's holding in there pretty secure. Finally, the last thing that we need to go through is the interchangeable faces that this figure comes with, which is a total of 4 if you count the one he's got on, which is coming straight out of the package. So we have the heart here for his design, and then we've got the spade for this mask, and here's the club, and finally we have the diamond. And switching out these faces is as simple as 1, 2, and a 3. So here's a look at Wildcard with the diamond faceplate, the club's faceplate, the spade's faceplate, and finally back to the heart's faceplate. And here's a good look at the engineering design for these interchangeable faces. As you can see, we've got the T shape here for the top section with this square shape for the bottom section. And it's a really nice design that gets a lot of grip. This is not coming loose anytime soon. And it just works a lot better than some of those Revoltech figures or any other figures that actually have this design choice. Take off real quickly and at the same time, just pop on another one that fast. Alright, so this is the moment that everybody's been waiting for. So have I. Let's see how well this figure actually scales in comparisons with some other 6-inch action figures, such as Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. Even though he's on a stand here, he's a pretty good size compared to him. Followed by Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ranger. Perfect size for these figures, which can be great for customizing, which I will show you real quickly. You can actually take the civilian heads from your Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures and you can pop them onto the body of a Fortnite figure and have a civilian outfit. And now that we are back on the topic here of scale comparisons, let's dare to compare with some other figures such as Hasbro's Overwatch Ultimates 6-inch action figure of Sombra. And finally, Hasbro's Star Wars The Black Series General Grievous. Look guys, I love the McFarlane figures, but when it really comes down to it, in all honesty, I really think that Jazwares has got a winner here in comparisons to the competition. This figure offers so much, from the detailing to the articulation, which is amazing. From the paint application that isn't sloppy, from the tight joints, especially at the fingers, which I didn't think was going to work at all, to the accessories count. 8 pieces in the set. 8 pieces, including the figure. When compared to the same price point that you get from a McFarlane figure, which is a little bigger. And having said that, you only get a harvesting tool, a weapon of their choice, and you get the back bling. That is it. With every other figure coming from the Jazwares 6-inch line, with 8 pieces, you get weapons, you get interchangeable faces, you get the back bling. The only thing you really don't get is actually a stand, which I forgot to mention. Yes, you do get that with the McFarlane line. But even then, that kind of ruins the collectible value of the packaging, because there's really no way to get those out of the packages without having to rip it open. That's not collector friendly. This line, it's easy to open up the packages from underneath to pull out the tray that consists of the figure and all of its accessories that it comes with. Jazwares has stepped up their game. They really have. And this is the scale that I've been looking for when it comes to the Fortnite figures. It's perfect. It's what I wanted. It's what I collect. 6-inch scale action figures. I don't have that many 7-inch unless you count the NECA figures that I've been buying. So there's a lot of crossovers that I could do when displaying these figures. I can do it with the Power Rangers Lightning collection. I can do it with the Overwatch figures, because they are perfectly in scaled as well. But they really did pull it off. Quite the surprise, especially with how quick these figures just came right out as soon as being announced. This is so cool. I really want to pick up the rest of this line. My only problem is I can't really fit the budget, since if it came down to one line only, I have to say, in all honesty, I think Jazwares here has just one-upped in comparisons to the competition, which is McFarlane Toys. And that's sad to say, because they are really cool lines on their own. You can buy this figure alone for just the suit and use it for civilian outfits for your other 6-inch action figures, like I showed off for Tommy Oliver from the Power Rangers Lightning collection. It may not fit properly, but with some modifying it can be done, and it will look very nice. So what else can I really say about this? It's just pure obvious which one's the winner here. It is the Jazwares figure. And I have been told by many people that this line actually has some OGs from Toy Biz working behind the scenes to create these figures. Like, you can really tell with the articulation at the fingers and the toes and other places like the butterfly joints. Yeah, there's definitely somebody back there that's working for this line that came from Toy Biz they've stepped up their game, they've learned their mistakes, and they are showing it. So if this is actually true, I want to give them a round of applause myself here, because it is an accomplishment. My final thoughts on this: these figures are now popping up at your local Walmart store. Now, whether or not they'll be showing up much sooner when it comes to other retailers like Target or maybe a Kmart if you got one out there somewhere, I don't know. For those that have said that you can't get so much out of a line that's priced at only $20, Jazwares has pointed out that you can. And that is freaking amazing how they pulled it off without any repercussions. So, questions or comments, you know the do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to throw in the towel. And until then, my friends, this is the unprofessional toy reviewer Redis Power signing off, saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me.